Good morning, students. Today I am going to start the second lecture of the same chapter, The Rat Trap, which is written by Salman Legroff. In previous lecture, we have learned something about the author and her literary achievements. Today, we just want to know about her and his method of writing. Salman Legroff was a Swedish writer whose stories have been translated into many languages. This story is set in the middle of the mines of Sweden, which are rich in iron ore. The story is narrated in the manner of fairy tale. It gives us the message that the emotion of love and acceptance can reform others. The summary of the chapter. The Rat Trap is the story about the rat trap sailor who leads a poor life as his earnings are very low. He has to restore to thievery and the begging to make both ends meet. He is alone in this world and leads a miserable life. So he starts knitting up various kinds of thoughts. One of these thoughts is of supposing the world as a big rat trap. His views are that the world offers us various types of baits. Baits means lalach, in the form of comfort of life. This in return trap us into the rat trap of the world and leads us to a various type of miseries. Every night, the peddler has to search for shelter as he has no home. One evening, he was offered shelter by an old comforter. The next morning, he stole the comforter's money, which he had earned by selling his cow's milk. To safeguard himself, the peddler chose the path through the forest, which was secluded, but soon found him trapped in the forest as he wasn't able to find the way out of the dense forest. Later on, he finds a way to a forge and takes shelter there. Something unusual happens. The iron master mistakes him as an old friend and invites him to his house. The poor peddler rejects the offer due to the fear of being caught. Soon, he is invited by the ironmaster's daughter. Next morning, he is somehow stopped by the ironmaster's daughter for Christmas Eve, even after being caught that he was a peddler, not a captain, not that army person, not that captain whom he had been mistaken. Next day, after Christmas, when the iron master and his daughter visit the church, they come to know that the man is a thief who had stolen money from the old comforter. The iron master and his daughter repent for sheltering a thief and wonder at what all kind things he would have stolen by the time. Here comes a twist. As instead of stealing, the peddler gives the ironmaster daughter a rat trap. He finds a letter of thanks and the stolen money inside the rat trap. The peddler thanks Ella for her kindness and requests her to return the stolen money to the comforter. This story gives us the message that goodness in a human being can be awakened any time with your own good deeds. Now the explanation of the chapter. Here in this paragraph, there is some expressions like odd moments mean the short period of free time. Slucken mean lowered. Gleamed means shone. So once there was a man who used to sell small rat trap made of wire. These rat trappers were made by him in his free time, in odd moments. He used to collect the material required by begging from the stores or the big farms. Still, his business was not earning him any profits. Therefore, he had to beg or steal in order to survive. To keep the body and soul together means to survive. His clothes were old and torn. His cheeks were lowered inside due to the malnutrition, and one could easily see the hunger in his eyes. Now this is the rat trapper. Now another difficult word is monotonous, means boring. Vagabond means wanderer, who walk here and there without any purpose. Plods money, walks heavily with the tiredness. Now the life of the rat trap seller was very sad and boring. He was homeless and slowly, with heavy feet, he walked along the road, lost in his own thoughts. But one day he got lost in a series of thoughts which he found very interesting. Another difficult word is bait. Bait is a food placed on a hook to trap a rat. Here it is referred to the comfort of life, which is offered to the trap anyone in the story. Tempted means convinced. The man was thinking about the rat trap, and suddenly a thought came in his mind that the whole world, which includes land, sea, cities and villages, was similar to a rat trap. He thought that there was no meaning of existence of this world. It is nothing but a temptation, like cheese and pork, which we offer as a bait to catch the rat. So according to him, as soon as someone tries to comfort himself with joy, food and shelter, he at once gets trapped into this rat trap, which is known as world. Now another word, cherished, to love, protect. Dairy means dull, boring. Plodding means walking heavily. Snail means trap. So no one in the world had been very kind to him, means rat trapper. So he started thinking ill of others. It became a favorite pastime for him. During dull moments, this thought made him happy. So he continued with thinking ill for those who were known to him, who are rich, who are known to him. He would imagine those people who were already trapped in the rat trap of the worldly things, and also those who were about to get trapped in it. Now this is a cottage. Now tudding means walking slowly, carved off, to divide something into the part, to turn something into the pieces. Majoli is the name of the game played by the playing cards. One evening, the rat trapper was walking very slowly. He saw a little grey cottage which stood by the road. He went up to the cottage and knocked at the door so as to get shelter for the night. Generally, he was not helped by anyone, but this time he was welcomed by the old man into the cottage. He was a lonely old man without wife and kids, means he was also seeking someone for the company. The old man was happy to get company that night. So the old man gave him some porridge to eat. Porridge means dalia or the halwa, and then shared his tobacco with the guest. After this, both played cards till bedtime. Now generous. Generous means liberal. Confidence means ready to share the secret. Prosperity when he was the rich or the richest. Comforter, a person who works on a rented farm is known as comforter. Boozy, the Latin word bos, used for the cow. So the boozy is the name of the cow of that comforter. Creamery, a factory that produces cream and cheese. Kronor, the currency of the Sweden. So the Rattrap seller felt that the old man was not only liberal in sharing the porridge but also his secret. The old comforter wants a company to share something, and after giving the porridge and shelter, he becomes so confident and wanted to share his secret too. He tells him that he was a rich man when he used to work on a rented farm. As he was old now and couldn't work, so he had to depend upon his cow for his living. The cow gave him enough milk every day to be sold in a factory that produced cheese and cream. The old man said that he was able to earn 30 kronor last month because of the cow's milk. Now, the stranger become incredulous. Incredulous means unbelieving. Stuffed means putting something, filling something, something in a pocket or in a somewhere. The Rattrap seller did not believe the old man's word that a cow could earn him so much. Therefore, the old man took a leather pouch which hung on the window and took out the 3 notes of 10 kronor, each in which they were old and crushed. He showed those currency notes to make him believe his words and then kept them back into the pouch, or you can stuff them back into the pouch. In a good season means early enough, early in the morning. So use here. Next day both men got up in the good season, means they got up early in the morning. So next morning both the Rattrap seller and the comforter woke up early, as the comforter was in a hurry to milk his cow. Even the Rattrap felt that as the owner of the house had wakened, so he should also leave the bed, and they both came out of the cottage at the same time. The old man locked the door and went to his work. The Rattrap seller also thanked him for his hospitality and went his own way. So children, this all in this class. The rest part of the lesson will be continued in another lecture. So till then, please read this explanation along with the text of the book so that you can able to understand. Thank you.